Hello Internet, welcome back to Space Empires 4. Got to refamiliarize myself a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's right. We had just gone into this sector to really just stand up to the humans, the Earthicans, excuse me. What do we got going on elsewhere? We're building a lot of these cruisers at our forward planets so that we can reinforce. Because we saw they also have cruisers, and we're concerned. Based on our ships currently, let's look at our components. Feel really good about the weapons. Problem is, we're up to tier 5 or 6. We have not upgraded these to their best possible weapon. We do have shields. Shields help a lot. It really comes down to what do they have, because we don't know. We have no idea what their designs entail. If we get into combat with them and they're loaded up with missiles, we're done. There's just no way we can compete with missiles. We never researched the PVCs, or PDCs, the point defense cannons. They're military science, yeah. Those are what target. In fact, let's do that now. Those are what target the incoming missiles. We don't have we don't have those. So if they have just tons of missiles or torpedoes or whatever, we're done, and we're not going to do very well. We may be able to kill them despite that, but we're going to lose a lot of ships in the process. And if we get into combat and they just have projectile weapons, they can't compete with us. We're going to have superior range. We're going to have, because the last enemy, if we go to enemy ship designs for I wanted to say Americans, the humans, you'll see they have these tier 1 weapons which are so short range and such low damage that we can outpace them easily. And then colony ships don't reveal anything to us. Oh my goodness, they can colonize both ice and rock colonies. So that is more than what we can do. That's interesting that they went the colony route when I made their race very combat oriented. It's interesting. So we're just waiting on reinforcements. Let's add this to the fleet. Because we have all these cruisers which are very good, but like we just don't know their capabilities. So we wanted to reinforce as much as possible. Let's go ahead and combine these into a fleet and send them to the front lines as well. And then I think when these arrive, we are ready for combat, because we will have a numbers advantage as well. We do know that in general we have more ships than they do. It's just a question of what do they have going on. Here we're building a value improvement plant, and then we're going to build a control. No, that's the one we want. This is going to improve their resources over time, and then we'll convert this into a full-on like harvesting colony. We also wanted to research the one that gives monoliths so that we can just build monoliths. Was that astrophysics? No. What gives monoliths? We saw it before. Again, the monoliths let us harvest all 3 resources at a lower rate than building individual buildings. Chemistry, construction, no. Chemistry, biology, astrophysics. I swear we saw it. Psychology. Physics. Doesn't really make sense that it would be physics. What? Stellar harnessing? No. Planet utilization? No. I know we saw it. Stellar manipulation. That's the one. And we'll reorder that up as well so that we have those ready when we get to when we get around to finishing that improvement plant. Alright, so we're just progressing towards, we're at war, but we're progressing towards combat. And now we've unlocked point defense cannons, which it's a little late, but we kind of want them anyway, because we're going to get to something eventually that's going to use these things, missile weapons and torpedoes and whatnot. So we'll just throw those in there to get that out of the way, so we at least have one for next time. I'm just now noticing that they're in this. Let's engage them. It's 2 different designs of light cruiser. Let's cancel your orders. You've already canceled. Let's engage them. Yes. And we'll go to tactical. This will let us get eyes on their ship and see what they have going on. Okay, tier 3. Ooh, proton beam is way more damage than the one we chased. If we look at our ship, even at the highest level of weapon, We're doing 60 damage. They're lower tier weapon than us, but they have better damage. Yeah, they're 2 tiers lower than us. Their damage is going to increase faster. So it looks like we went to the one that maybe has superior range and slightly lower damage. If they were on the same level weapon as us, they would be out damaging us. So that's concerning. They also have level 2 shield generators. Oh my god, they have so much stuff. Okay, 25% attack bonus in their combat. Oh god, okay. ECM. 20% defensive bonus. Oh my god, I don't think we're prepared for this combat. We need to retrofit our ships and make them a little beefier, I think, because we're gonna fall behind here. I'm very concerned that they're gonna be able to take us. Like this one ship, 10 distance. I'm concerned they're gonna be able to outpace us. 6 range, we should be able to hit them from here, right? We have 6 range. Yeah, you fire on the enemy. Oh my god, it's so loud, I forgot. Missed every single shot because of their defensive abilities. Oh man. Oh man, this is bad. They have, if we look at their ability, it's 10% harder to hit in combat, plus 20% defense bonus, plus that's their attack bonus. We really should have gone into sensors. I didn't think sensors were good, but now that I'm looking at it, they sure seem good. We should pull our navy back and retrofit the ships and upgrade them, and it's gonna shoot on us. Our shields are taking the hit. How many shields do you have left? How do we view this? 20 shields. I think 20 is the damage and 100 is the total, so we have 80 shields remaining, I think. Oh my goodness, we can't hit the ship. We're not hitting the ship. Okay, okay, there we go. Start damaging those components. Okay, so when we hit a ship, we got through his shields quickly. When we start hitting his ship, it will destroy his components. Now, mostly this reduces their movement. So like he's down to 2 movement. What we could do is start pulling back, so that when he moves, he can't quite reach us to fire on us, but we could move in, shoot, and then retreat. So that's the main thing that happens with combat. The other thing that we're looking for is to destroy some of his guns. Looks like we hit a shield generator, which is why we were able to penetrate those shields. Oh, actually, I guess we penetrated them first, then we destroyed them. Shields don't regenerate in combat unless you have a special component that does that. So we hit mostly engines, and then we hit a shield generator. So we're looking to knock out his guns. Oh, he was close enough to fire on us again, and we actually took a hit there. Okay. How, it did not destroy anything, which is nice. And we still have full movement. He has 2 movement. Fire on him. Okay. Really, every hit matters here. Okay, we're hitting him quite a lot, so he's going to be considerably weaker. Yeah, you'll see he's lost virtually all of his engines. So let's back him up a couple tiles. You only have 1 movement, so we can now outrange him. So we'll just fire at him and pull back, so that he can't move into range and hit us. Okay, so step back. Nope. See, I hate this. If you move the head ship, it will move all other ships. I don't know how to disable that. Show rectangle, no. There doesn't seem, as far as I know, there's no way to turn off the head ship thing. So whenever we move the head ship, it will move all other ships. It's really dumb. I don't understand why you would have that happen, because now we are exposed to their weapons again. He can move into range and fire on us, because he's at range 4 and he only needs to get to range 3 to shoot. Oh no, he does have range of 4. Either way, but still, we could have moved our ships away out of his range. He would have moved to engage us, but not been close enough to shoot. Then we could move back, shoot, retreat again, and we would just outrange him. But now he's going to get to take some shots here. Please stop moving all the ships at once. I don't know how to turn that off. I've played this game probably hundreds of hours over the course of my life, and I never figured out how to disable that. So you would think it'd be a nice, obvious thing. Orders. Clear group assignment. Maybe would do it. We'll try next time. So we completed combat. We did take a few hits. Let's pull our navy back. Let's pull our navy back to here. We'll pull them back as well. And we're gonna look to upgrade our ships. And let's do this now. Clear this nonsense. Get this. Oh, we've already put points into it. Did we? I don't think we did. Delete, yes. We want... PDCs don't seem relevant because they didn't have any missiles, so I don't think that that's a concern. We'll keep stellar manipulation, point defense cannons, and then let's immediately go sensors, because they obviously give a significant bonus, which I didn't really realize. So let's go sensors. And we'll move that up. That's more important than the manipulation. Yeah. And we'll start pulling people back so that we can retrofit our ships, make them a little bit beefier. We've unlocked point defense cannons. You'll see they target all of these things: fighters, satellites, seekers, and drones. Those are things that are generally too small to hit with our other weapons. So we can, we generally want something that is devoted to just destroying those things. We've unlocked combat sensors. Cruisers are constructed. Improvement plants. If you want to join, no, I don't want you to join militarily. So we pulled back our first fleet. The second fleet should be on its way. No, it stopped moving because it saw an enemy ship, I guess. What are you? Let's take out this cruiser while we can. We have like 8 people, so this should be a relatively easy fight. Let's just do strategic. We did kill it. Did we take damage? Doesn't look like we took any damage. And now we know what that ship design looks like as well. So we look here, the first cruiser, this is the one we fought before. The other cruiser, actually they seem to have, oh, it's just a lower tier of the weapon. So this was one of their newer cruisers. This one was a little outdated. You'll see it has the old guns. It's also, they replaced one of their guns with a shield generator, which is interesting. So let's pull our people back. Okay, let's do sensors again. No, don't divide points. Put sensors as a high priority. What will this give us? The next level of combat sensors. And I would like to upgrade. Oh, we've maxed out our weapons. I see. Okay. I don't love that, because that means that they're as good as they're going to get. Let's upgrade our PDCs. No, stop dividing. Move that up. Get those taken care of. I don't care about the engine overloaders. I don't care about any of this stuff. What could unlock more weapons? Advanced military science, weapon overloading weapons, ship capture. No, I have no interest in ship capture. Phased energy weapons. Sounds interesting. Computers, troops and mines, armor, biological weapons, gravitational weapons. I think gravitational and null space weapons are likely not ship-based weapons. They're probably damage for planets. Why don't we go into physics and see what phased energy is? Do that. No, don't move this up. And let's see what we get. Message, partnership. A star has been destroyed. The star in Guayaquil has exploded. The resulting shockwave has destroyed all planets and ships in the system. We lost 8 ships to the shockwave. Excuse me? Excuse me? So the system we were moving through to retreat our fleet, the star collapsed. This also destroyed the warp point. No, it did. It destroyed the warp point. Interesting. I don't know why that would have happened, but we lost 8 ships. Is a substantial. That was our main fleet. Okay, so this is not great. And now we don't know. We can't get to the humans. And it makes me wonder if they did it on purpose. Because you can collapse a star, but they didn't have other ships in the area, right? It was just that one cruiser and we killed it. Super weird that that was timed like that. There are components that let you... I mean, we can pull back at this point. I want to send a ship through, but I don't want to send a good ship through. Do you have any crap ships? You do. Give me a crap ship. I want to see if it's on the other side, if there's another warp point that we just can't see, or if it really is just a one-way trip now. Because if it's a one-way trip, we've essentially cut off the humans. They'll have to come around and come through our companions area, and then it suddenly becomes much less of a concern for us. And it will give us time to build our military. Pull over here. Interesting. It's interesting. Research is working. Okay. Yes. New tech level. Combat sensors, 45% attack bonus. 1 component per ship. Why can't we get the defensive bonus? Is that a different thing? Is it not sensors? Is it something else? Combat sensors. Combat support. Yeah, is what we're looking for. Go ahead and bump that up, and we're going to prioritize physics for a turn, I think. Okay, well, that ship will go through, and we'll see. So we can warp in, we just can't warp back out. Okay, so you're now... I'm just going to have you, like, suicide, because there's really nothing he's going to do. That's why we sent a crappy ship. So there's no way to get back into our system. It's interesting. It's interesting that that star collapsed when it did. Continue building up our navy in the meantime and start building some things that should make our ships a lot more competent, a lot more capable. New tech area, weapon, treaty of partnership. I don't know the difference. We already have a military alliance. I think that's plenty. I don't think we need to go any further with that. You know, I'm a little hesitant about commitment. Why don't we see? We'll send him to fight a planet. Odds are good they have defenses, but if we can knock out a planet or two of theirs, it would slow them down. They're really colonizing quite a lot, and it's making me feel like I'm lagging behind. Beams. Yeah, you're going to have 4 units on you, and we should be increasing the percentages over time. Let's go ahead and get you building research centers. Do we want... Yeah, we do. We want research centers. Enemy ships in that sector, yes. We'll go tactical, but odds are good they have defenses on the planet. It has 2 small satellites. Okay. I mean, I don't know if we can fight small satellites. We have the really bad weapons. This is the really old ship. It's the reason we sent him up here. Let's just auto for a few turns. Send him up there. They have fired their... Oh, we fired our missile. We could just stand back here and let... No, stop autoing. Let the missiles hit him, but the missiles take multiple turns to recharge, so I think we just go in and take some shots. Why are you not launching your satellites? Why aren't you launching your satellites? Okay. So it looks like we're going to kill their planet. Which, again, is not like super relevant. We're just going to hit auto and let this resolve. It's not a super big deal, losing a single colony that doesn't have that much population. But hey, it's going to annoy them probably. It's going to force them to spend more resources to build another colony ship. Colonies are super important. The more of them you have, the better. We've unlocked multiplex tracking. I don't know what tracking does. Weapons to fire on. Oh, sensors used to track targets for weapons to fire on. So they maybe specifically will hit weapons instead of whatever else. Defense bonus. We did defeat them. I mean, whatever. Yes, we'll just let this one play out quickly. So this little terrible ship is actually going to clear out some of their colonies. That will be annoying to them, if nothing else. But I don't really foresee them getting to the point where that is a problem. We really need to be expanding more, because we are going to start falling behind. Let's look at our scores. How are we doing score-wise compared to the humans? They're our closest competitor. They have more units. We have roughly the same number of ships. We have more tech levels, but we're just not, like, militarily, we're not that superior to them. They have more resources than us. Considerably less research points. Scores are comparable, though. Interesting. It's interesting. We really need to start expanding. Stellar manipulation. Give me another defensive sensor thing. Scanners? Long-range scanners. No. Sensors. Combat support is the one we're looking for. And then we will put, I don't know, ice planet. Sure. So we can start colonizing other planets. We've unlocked the monolith facility. So on this planet now, we're going to build a bunch of monolith facilities. This will give us a lot of resources, and over time, as this improves, they will increase the amount of resources we actually gain from this. You should be full up. There's nothing else easily colonizable nearby, unfortunately. So I think we just focus on getting this done. Just going to take us like 10 turns. Get combat support. Great. Do we want to continue increasing that? I think that's fine for now. I'm very reluctant to stop researching military stuff, just because of the fear I have of this enemy. Phased energy weapons. Let's put one of those in as well and see what that actually unlocks. Let's get eyes on it and see if it's something that'll be valuable for us or not. Military science, ship capture, physics, cloaking. No. Let's see what weapon this unlocks. Polaron beam. Great range right off the bat, and it skips normal shields. That sounds excellent. So I think we're going to chase that down a little bit. So let's do phased energy weapons. They're cheap too, which is a bit peculiar. And we've got all these ships. I forgot about you. Yes, attack the colonies. Yes, strategic. We will eventually lose this ship, just to supply shortage. And yeah, I was going to say, eventually we're going to hit one that has like proper units on it. So there we lost our ship, but that was expected. Still constructing cruisers. We can hold off on constructing more until we are prepared. Let's start disassembling some of these older ships and phase them out, because they're just not going to be valuable in combat. In fact, why don't we send this fleet of crap ships? Do you have any crappy ships? No. So we'll send this fleet of crappy ships in to just harass them. Defender, destroyer, destroyer. Yeah. Just to harass them a little bit. And they'll eventually run into the same thing that we just encountered with that other ship, where they either will run out of supplies or they'll get destroyed when they finally meet a planet with actual defenses on it. And phased energy weapons next turn. End our turn. Polaron beam. Yeah, this thing seems great. So I really like this. It's going to replace our current weapons for sure. Combat, combat. Yeah, we lost the ship that time. We barely did any damage to the planet at all. Continue. Phased energy weapons. Pop that bad boy up. And this is extending the time it will take us to unlock the colony thing. But this is like a really good thing. It skips normal shields, which is really important, I think. And will force them to unlock more and more shields if they want to actually circumvent that, because you have to get to a certain point with shields that you start getting phased shields, which is like a whole other thing. And even then, it will just damage those shields, so it's not like it would be rendered useless. It would just now hit shields the way normal weapons do. I'm feeling bad that we're not still building. You definitely should be building research centers as well when you have nothing else to do. What about you? Same thing, research centers. Okay. So this is fine. Yeah, I took too much time to build non-military things. I think it's biting us in the butt a little bit now because we're researching kind of fun, other beneficial stuff instead of focusing 100% on military. And this will take 2 turns, unfortunately. No, we'll take 1 turn. But again, slowing down our colonization efforts. Pretty good, though. We got all the way to level 5 of this weapon. You'll see the damage is better than the weapon we currently have. Its range is better than what we currently have, or at least comparable to what we currently have. And then it skips normal shield. So, seems pretty good. And we'll see how high this actually goes. We're done with it. Okay, a little disappointing that it's over already. And let's upgrade our PDCs while we have the opportunity as well. This fleet can... We know this is a really well-defended homeworld area. So let's just go over here and mess with their colonies a little bit more. Yes, you can fight the colony ship. Should be no big deal. Point defense cannons 3. This is just increasing their damage, maybe increasing their range. Satellites and missiles and stuff have their own HP, so the higher the damage, the more likely we can kill them in a single shot, which is important. Go ahead and warp through here. They've probably already recolonized. They have not, which is interesting. So let's just go harass them some. You also, when you're done with this, why don't you build a couple more cruisers? We're going to upgrade the cruisers significantly when the time comes, but for now it's fine. We will continue upgrading PDCs. I think they upgrade quite far. Yes, strategic, done. Cannons, even more damage, great. Yeah, our combat research is really rolling now. So keep hitting planets, just again to harass them. We're losing a lot of supplies by firing our weapons. You'll see we're down to less than 3,000. And it's just a matter of time until these fall into disrepair or are killed. Strategic, great. Research centers as well, very beneficial. Go ahead and move up here. Strategic, great. So we've basically wiped them out of this system. You'll see they are sending light cruisers to deal with us, which makes sense. 2 years until ice planet colonization. Why don't we focus on... Probably just want to continue upgrading PDCs. I don't see the benefit of tractor and repulsor weapons, engine overloading, planetary, explosive, small weapons. Those are for like drones and stuff. So I think we want to try to unlock another military weapon thing. Biology, chemistry. What do we think would unlock a new tier of weapons? Properties and interactions of matter and energy. We'll do military science, but we'll wait until after the colonization. And they're going to absolutely wreck us. So yeah, they completely destroyed us. We probably didn't deal a single point of damage. Combat, yeah, not one bit of damage. Oh no, that was the other thing. Conditions of Nulum 6 have reached maximum and cannot be improved further. Nulum 6. They're at optimal, and it hasn't really changed anything. So I'm not really sure what the purpose of the condition facility is. Value improvement. Okay. So let's scrap. How do we scrap facilities? Up here. No. How do I scrap facilities? Nulum 6. We want to get rid of the climate control facility. Yeah. Because they're at maximum. So it's just taking up space now. Okay. Sure. Sure. And we'll build another monolith. Sure. Seems fine. We lost our ships up there, which is fine. We could keep sending in crews to die, basically, and just harass the enemy. Why don't we make some low-tier ships? Let's say ship, we'll just make destroyers. That way we're not sending our largest ships. Call these attack ships. We'll call this @1. at Dest1, so we know it's a destroyer. Life support, we'll do auxiliary controls. We'll give them engines, of course. We'll give them 2 shield generators. We'll give them combat sensors. Yeah. A ECM, which is the defensive bonus. And then we'll just give them, what is this? Beta displacement pulsar. Create a storm. Destroy a storm. Create a storm. Interesting. Storms are like, they're single tile things that interfere with sensors or whatever when you get into the area. But we're looking for phased polaron beam. We'll give them 3 of those, and then we have 10 space left. I mean, we can't do different sized weapon mounts. 10 space left. We can't really do anything with 10 space. We give them the other multiplex tracking so that they have tracking, but I don't really know what that does. But anyway, we'll build a bunch of these and just send them into enemy territory to fight to the death, essentially. So stop doing this. You haven't proceeded on this, so go ahead and make a couple of those. And we'll get you to do the same thing. And we'll just send them into suicide in the area. And we'll move these to the top. 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 Great. Yes. Okay, what other log stuff did we get? Combat, yeah, I don't think we didn't even damage them. Our ships had absolutely no chance against the light cruisers with the upgrade. These were leftover ships from the beginning of the game, essentially. We never expected them to do anything. We must coordinate our military effort against the Earthican Society in the Kreturk system. I don't even know where that system is. Sorry, my friend. It's just not going to happen. How's our research? Next turn, we will get ice planets unlocked, which is great. We will begin expanding in the area again, which will help us gain more momentum, more research points, more minerals, more everything. So, we should really call the episode here. So for now, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. We're getting into the midst of war now, which is... yeah, it's interesting. I'm worried. They're a little bit more potent than I expected them to be, but we can research things very, very quickly. So the only real problem is that we have a large standing navy, and in order to upgrade it over time, we're going to have to do a lot of work on those ships. But for now, that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I'll be back with more Space Empires 4 in the near future, and I'll see you next time.